Hi, it's Patrick Hutzel from intensivecareathome.com.au, where we help long-term ventilated adults and children with tracheostomy to improve their quality of life, and where we also help hospitals and intensive care units to save money and resources whilst providing quality care. In last week's blog, I was asking the question, intensive care at home, is it evidence-based? And I gave some answers and evidence. If you haven't read the blog, you can access it on the link below this video. In this week's blog, I want to pick up a story that has received worldwide media attention and has made headlines in recent months. Many of us would have heard that Nelson Mandela is receiving intensive care treatment in his home. The former president of South Africa and 1993 recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize has been discharged from intensive care, and he has been receiving intensive care treatment in his home since September this year, after a nearly 3-month stay in intensive care for pneumonia prior to his discharge home. His intensive care treatment at home has been featured in many media outlets around the world in recent months. One media outlet has cited, "The government has largely refused to give details about Mandela's condition, citing the need for privacy, but said he continues to recover." One of Nelson Mandela's grandsons reported, "He's still progressing steadily, but very much under a critical condition." Whilst his full medical condition remains undisclosed, it's very likely that he has a tracheostomy, as Mandela's former wife, Winnie, this week told a local newspaper that he remains quite ill and is unable to speak because of tubes being used to clear his lungs of liquid. The bedroom in his home is like an ICU ward. You can read more on the links below this video. Nelson Mandela has been a strong proponent, fighter and advocate for human rights, peace, and he has been an anti-apartheid revolutionary in his home country South Africa, and now he appears to be the first prominent person who receives intensive care in the home treatment that receives worldwide media attention. Nelson Mandela has always been a moral authority with a great concern for truth. He has been a great driver and implementer of change. Even in his final days, he appears to be advocating for change that could affect many people in the future in the healthcare sector, as an advocate for home care, despite being critically ill. There are clear indicators that with an aging population, intensive care beds being expensive and scarce, and with hospital waiting lists growing, that intensive care at home treatment is becoming a reality and an accepted model of care. What are your thoughts? Do you think Nelson Mandela's intensive care at home's treatment is a good indicator for change in practice? Leave your comments on the blog by clicking on the link below. If you want to discuss your needs and how we can help your intensive care unit and your long-term ventilated patients and their family, and if your organization wants to free up ICU beds, or if you simply have any questions, give me a call on 041 094 30 or simply reply to this email. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecareathome.com.au, and I'll see you again in another update next week.